Kevin, then came Lucy, third in line was me. All of us were ordinary compared to Cynthia Rose. She always stood in back of the line, a smile beneath her nose. Her favorite number was 20, and every single day. If you ask her what she had for breakfast, this is what she'd say. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds and a tangerine, a side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'd understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. And they're singing all together now. And they're singing. Cynthia wore the prettiest dress, but different color socks. Sometimes I wondered if the mates were in her lunchbox. Me and Lucy opened it up when Cynthia wasn't around. Lucy cried, I almost died. You know what we found? Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds and a tangerine, a side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'll understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. And they're singing all together now. And they're singing.
خب روحش شاد. Prince, our Purple Rain, the artist, he has left us. برای خیلی از شما که فنش هستین، موزیک پرینس رو گوش میکنین، گوش کردین و با او بودین، میدونین که هفته بسیار سختی بود. خیلی از ماها دلتنگش بودیم و بسیار بسیار به یادش هستیم و خواهیم بود. در هر صورت Prince, we love you wherever you are. We know you're a spiritual being. We know you're in good hands, and God bless you. God bless you, and look after us. I guess now you're an angel. We love you, Prince. Liz, my wonderful friend, it's so good to have you. I know this is a difficult show to talk about. I know you're also a fan and you love Prince.
We're both in our purple.
Yeah.
We're both in our purple for his purpleness.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's been this is, I think, the first artist I've ever actually cried over. I've never, I mean, even when Michael Jackson died, I think because of the nature by which he died, there was so much insanity around that that I didn't cry. I was very upset, but I didn't cry. But this just, I don't know, this has really taken me over, and I am shocked by the number of people that it actually has affected. I kind of thought I was going to be the only one, and then before I knew it, you know, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all over the news and all over the world, it seems like everybody understands the deeper meaning of what this man really meant and what his music means, and because he's made so much music, because over time he's kind of grown with us. You know, maybe when we were younger we started listening to Prince and we were into, you know, whatever we were into, and now, you know, he's got, his music kind of changed with us. So we have had his music all along. He has so much music. I think everybody has kind of come across an album that they connected with over all of the music he's made. So he's really made quite an impression.
Yeah, I cried too, and I have to say he was the artist whom I connected to spiritually. I always felt a very strong spiritual relationship with him because it made sense. We had this shared narrative. He had a very strong connection to God. He wanted to make sure that he was all about unity, bringing peace, and bringing us together. And you see this after his passing away, that, like you say, buildings are lighting up, people are coming together, and they're talking about him and his interviews, which were very rare. He was very private, very private person. And I love that when they asked him, "Are you shy?" And he said no. you know, and
because that's the impression you would get, though.
Yeah, right.
You would get the impression
You'd
that
think,
he's very shy. Yes, it's true.
And he wasn't shy. He respected his sense of self and his connection to God
And his privacy.
and his calling and his privacy.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I love that about him. He was very aware, conscious, always focused on mindfulness, being present. He did that so well.
Yes.
And you could see it in some of the interviews. We have a couple of clips for you of him on The View and the Lopez Show, and you'll see very gentle, very quiet, and yet connectional. Autonomous and yet connectional, and creative, and focused on humanity.
Yeah.
It was really a gift.
Yes, I mean, in a performance of his, I mean, there was nothing left. I mean, you would go to a performance. I went to his concert at Madison Square Garden. I was lucky enough to go. It was the When Doves Cry concert, and he was in a bathtub with purple water, and doves were flying everywhere. I mean, your mind could not even conceive. You know, there's such theatrics, but then also you feel what he's feeling. I mean, his emotions and the things he's trying to pull across, you really are there with him, very connected with him. He lets you in. He lets you into that and lets you experience that, which is I think that's why everybody loves him.
Yeah. So let's watch this clip. Prince, his, I guess, interview on The View, and let's see.
The last time, you know, we were lucky enough that you came. We all ended up going to the concert, to your concert. And I'm telling you, it was rocking. It was Go ahead, Sherry. I know you want to say something.
When we went to the concert, Prince, it was not only like rocking, like Whoopi said, and I got called on stage. You called me on stage, and I danced and almost had a heart attack. The first 30 seconds, you dance and sing nonstop for the entire concert. How you do that?
Music and spirit moves us.
Oh, you moved everybody in there. I mean, it was like the best show I think I've ever seen in my life. And then I had to get home, get this, I had to go home for the sitter for the kids. And so I leave, and I was like, you know, there might be an encore. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I've got to go. So I'm in the car. I get a text from Sherry saying, girl, he just called you up on stage. Prince just called you up on stage. I was like, this is Gart.
Another concert coming up?
Yes, we are doing some shows in Chicago.
In Chicago?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll have to go to Chicago. But you know, we know you as a very mysterious man. You don't do a lot of interviews. You're very sweet, but you're very much to yourself. And shy?
I wouldn't say.
Okay. So, I mean, when you go on stage, you're a different person. So, but off stage, you're very quiet and very mysterious. What is that all about?
I'm just that way around you.
Well, what could it say? But it's interesting because on stage it's all out there, and privately you're a very modest man. Or quiet.
I have my quiet moments.
This is one of them.
Are you on like Facebook, Twitter, social media?
Nothing.
None of that. Well, did you watch like American Idol, or I always think of your career. It's been so full and rich, right? So all these young kids, and now even on America's Got Talent, even some more mature adults are trying to get a career start in music. You don't watch it at all.
Not so much.
What do you think of them, though? What do you think of Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga and the new people?
Well, different strokes for different folks. Right. I make music, so I don't watch it too much.
I see.
Well, you do make it.
It's a gig, you know.
You do make music, Prince, and I heard that you have a vault of hundreds of unreleased songs. Are you ever going to release them and let us hear?
One day, someone will release them. I don't know that I'll get to release them.
Why are you holding on to them?
There's just so many, and I like writing new stuff. We do new stuff all the time. I meet a lot of new musicians who inspire different sounds. And
I was reading that, like, you'll go out there with 300 songs that you might decide at the last minute to perform.
I know.
That's very risky, is it not? The whole band has to be in sync with you, right?
Well, they rehearse a lot. It's a well-oiled machine. One of my favorite band leaders is Bruce Springsteen. I've watched him many years, and I was backstage one night and I saw him turn around and give a cue, and the band switched on a dime. I used to see James Brown do that a lot too. So
Wow.
you learn from the best. You know?
Wow.
And you know, Prince, you talked about going to Chicago to perform, and you've just announced that you're doing 3 Chicago shows later this month, and it's called Welcome to Chicago. You're supporting an organization, and it's called Rebuild the Dream. So can you tell us why you're involved with Rebuild the Dream?
Well, Van Jones is a friend of mine. I met him first as a person who can tell me about the government. He was there for a while, and I wanted to learn an extension of my Bible studies. And he taught me a lot about that. And we just hit it off. He's very funny. I like funny people. And he's a great father. You know, watched how he interacted with his children. And he seems to be a brother who cares about not only his people, but all people.
Right.
You know, so I learned a lot.
It's a great thing to do, especially now for Chicago, because they've had a lot of troubles, and it's a great city. So I think it's quite wonderful that you're going to go and bring a little cheer, like we hope.
Healing.
A little healing.
He brings
maybe.
a little healing wherever he goes,
right.
because he's Prince. Hold on. Just a minute, y'all. Now, Prince is staying with us. And we'll be right back. Now you can clap.
Beautiful, isn't that?
I mean, I'm just so excited that he said that that music will be released from the vault, because I've been thinking about the Foo-Foo Room. Maybe you don't know about the Foo-Foo Room, but the Foo-Foo Room in his house at Paisley Park had all the awards he's ever gotten, the Grammys, can you imagine, the room's filled, but it had a vault in there with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs, and just hearing him say that that someday someone will release those just makes me so happy.
Yes.
Because to think that there would be an end to that music would just be devastating. I can't even, I can't face that.
No, I can't either, yeah. So thank you, Prince. Thank you, the artist, beyond the artist.
Yes. Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you? That
Yeah.
one of the greatest things that a lot of people are talking about. I mean, everybody's got a memory of Prince or a great performance of Prince that they want to talk about. A lot of people talk about the Super Bowl because during the Super Bowl, it was raining. You know, most singers would not be caught dead in the rain. Think of Beyonce and her hair, for example. She would not like that. He, however, wanted more water. He asked them for more water. He said, "This is not enough. I would like more." And they were terrified because he had electric guitars. He could have gotten electrocuted. He did not care. All he cared about was having the greatest performance that he could possibly have. So that just shows you the kind of person he was, that he was willing to just absolutely go there for the sake of his art, which I think is incredible.
Incredible. A brave artist, a brave soul, and he will be missed.
Yes.
Any other memories or?
Oh, well, the only other thing, and this is kind of funny, because we've talked about how a lot of people don't know that Prince was actually very funny. He's really, really funny, and people don't really know that. But he, when they do these tributes, to Prince, they'll have different artists come and they'll sing Prince songs, and so a lot of times he will pick an artist that he really likes. So he had picked for these BET Awards, he had picked these different artists to come and sing, and they did a great job. And the final artist was Patti LaBelle. And Patti LaBelle, you can't beat her performance. Even Prince would admit that you cannot beat a Patti LaBelle performance. So she sang, and this is a clip actually we should find and play, but she sang on the BET Awards, Patti LaBelle sang Purple Rain, but she sang it like a gospel song. And she, once she gets going, she starts crazy. She starts a little small, and then all of a sudden she builds to this insane crescendo. And she did what she always does. She kicked off her shoe. She started going there. He caught the shoe, held it up in the air, and he was like, he was on the ride with her. I mean, he just to show you his respect for other artists, but he was so
connected,
joyful. I mean, he was being so silly. Everything she did, he was acting like that she was just singing just to him. I mean, he was tickled to death, laughing, being so funny. And then when he got on stage, the first one of the things he said was, "Oh, Miss Patty, you just," he just loves her so much. But he did say one of the things he said in his speech, which was so touching, which he said, "I'm not worried about the future of music. The future belongs to you." That he sees so many great artists, and he's so inspired by the artists that he sees, that he felt like, you know what, the future belongs to you, and I'm not afraid of where music is going. And that is, I mean, what a gift to people who are trying to even be anything like Prince.
Yeah, and he's inspired so many current artists. You know, he's the artist, the one who has set the path and the road to that mindfulness in music, the openness, being creative, being the creative one. I'm going to take this time to translate a little bit برای شما بینندگانی که فارسی زبان هستین در رابطه با کار و خلاقیت پرینس، the artist، هنرمند پرینس صحبت میکنیم. ایشون نه تنها قدرت حضور ذهن و حضور دلشون خیلی خیلی به اصطلاح پر ارزش و پر ستایش هستش. از اون کسانی بودن که با تک تک کسانی که رابطه داشتن، که خیلی هم رابطه داشتن، انسان رابطه‌ای بودن، دوست داشتن هر روزه بسیاری از دوستانشون با ایشون تماس میگرفتن و حرف میزدن، درد و دل میکردن، گفتگو میکردن. خیلی دوست داشت که در رابطه به اصطلاح اون خلاقیتش، کاراش رو پرورش بده. خیلی از اوقات از دوستاش دعوت میکرد که بیان در استودیو و دوستان میگفتن که تا 4 صبح 5 صبح ما بیدار میشستیم و روی این کارها و روی این به اصطلاح آهنگها و آهنگسازی و خلاقیت ایشون کار میکردن و این رو جشن میگرفت. باز بود درباره از اون نوع آرتیستایی نبود که کارشو قایم بکنه، یواشکی بخواد یه کاری بکنه بعد یکو نشون بده کارشو و توجه بخواد بگیره. در صورتی که در به اصطلاح پشت صحنه با اون رابطه‌ای که با خداوند خودش داشت و spirituality و اون ایمانی که داشت با مردم و خیلی مردمی بود و میخواست که مردم رو بیشتر در کنار هم بیاره و مردم رو کمک بکنه. مردم چه دوستشون باشه چه غریبه باشه، مردم دلشون باز بشه و هنر رو دوست داشته باشن و موزیک رو دوست داشته باشن و کار نوعی در مردم پرورش بده و بسازه. این از اون خصوصیات پرینس بود که همه ما که میشناختیمش و با کارش آشنا بودیم خیلی خیلی دوست داشتیم. واقعا جاش خالی خواهد بود و از او قدردانی میکنیم. We miss you, Prince. We love you, Prince, and God bless you. He had a gift. He had a gift of mindfulness. He had a gift to really be authentic, real, and you see this across the very few interviews that he did. He was really, into the person needs, desires, and wanting to bring out the best in the person. He was face to face, belly to belly, having that in the moment experience. You see it across the board. So if someone is that consistent with their interpersonal neurobiological skills, that's a gift.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that people really respect about Prince is that he doesn't change for anybody. Yeah. He is himself. If he wants to wear heels, he wears heels. If he wants to wear pants where you can see his hiney in the back, guess what? He did it. I mean, he will do whatever he wants. I mean, really, he didn't care. He changed his name to a symbol. Guess what? We didn't know what to call him. He didn't care. He said, this is what I'm doing. Deal with it. I'm Prince. I mean, sometimes you kind of want to say that in life. You want to say, you know what? This is me. I'm who I am. I don't have to make an excuse. If I want to wear my heels and my yellow pants and I want to jump around the stage and sing, that's who I am. I mean, there's something insanely refreshing about not being worried about what every other person thinks of you and just being your true self. So I think that's really compelling.
Awesome, inspiring, and that's the compassion and what the peace learning that we're looking for. There's a common thread in today's dialogue, our today's conversation. You're going to find with Prince, his spirituality, Prince, his life philosophy, who he was, the earth. We just celebrated Earth Day. We love Earth, we love Mother Earth, and we want to be respectful to Mother Earth. So how do we have a relationship, a healthy relationship with our planet as Earthlings? And then we're gonna move into motherhood, celebrating Mother's Day. It's coming up, you all. And so we have to find a way to integrate this all. And guess what? My brilliant, talented friend Liz, our warrior mom Liz, will do it for you. So stay tuned. Let's watch another video or interview, Prince on Lopez, the Lopez Show. And we'll be back. Is that good?
Now, I may not have been the most loved person in my life, but I know what love sounds like, and that is love. You know that? And I know that you appreciate it. I really do. I know that your heart is in the world. It's not just in one place. I know that your heart is all over the world. And I know that you could have chosen any place to be, and I know that you don't do a lot of television. And I'm honored beyond how I could ever interpret it to you, that you would choose my show. Now, let me ask you what all the other late night talk shows are asking themselves. Why?
The first time I was on the Alma Awards, you showed me love there. I really appreciated it. And also, I find that this show represents all people. Yes. And I see all kinds of guests on here. And
Now, I'm not using profanity because of our connection. I have chosen to use the word artichoke instead.
If I can stop swearing, everybody can stop swearing.
I like that. If you have a mishap in the middle of the night, if you kick the edge of your bed, what do you yell?
Artichoke.
There's something about, it's almost like, there's something about the Forum and Madison Square Garden and things that remain, the soul remains in places like that. I love that you're, in keeping it real, as you have by choosing the Forum. Also, tickets, the majority of tickets are $25. So, on behalf of the Latino community, I'd like to say thank you. We can eat, and we can drink, and we can see Prince for $25.
Well, I like to give props to Live Nation for that this event, because $25 is what we used to pay for concerts.
Absolutely, yes.
Then somebody called Ticketmaster came in, and so now we're showing who the real Ticketmaster is, and you know, we're putting the right price.
Well
on
said. The Ticketmaster, yes. Now, you raise a lot of money for helping people out. Already you've gifted $2 million to arts, education, and environment funds, right?
That much?
Yes, $2 million. Yes. And you auctioned off, I find it interesting, you played this guitar and you've auctioned it off.
Yeah.
How much did you raise?
We got $100,000 for that. Brother Lewis Hamilton.
Yes, $100,000? Do you have the guitar with you? Do you have it?
They're supposed to have it. Oh, okay.
This is the guitar. $100,000. Lewis Hamilton is the Formula One race car champion. That's you. Played by you.
It's gonna be hard to part with this.
Do you get attached? Do you still have the first guitar you've played? Do you keep instruments like that?
No, a lot of my stuff gets stolen. There's Lewis right there.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love that. A lot of your
steal
stuff.
them shoes.
Yeah. For you. Your writer now is showing up. It says, well, Prince, when he gets here, I say he's 5 minutes out. He's in the car. He's leaving his house. And what you required was very simple: water, some juice, and organic tortilla chips, and 3 grapes. So Prince, you're vegan or you're vegetarian? Yeah.
I don't mess with no red meat though.
No. You want to live.
Well, something. Well, that's one thing. The other thing is we're finding out that, well, I probably better call a lawyer about this, but...
Just say allegedly.
Allegedly, when you ask for a hot dog, you're getting...
You get an artichoke.
Well, you get what you ask for.
Yeah, so I like that you keep it like that. You know, and you do love chips, and I understand that you love Latino, your Latino influence. I think you got a little Latino.
They can't find
Corazon.
out. They can't find out who my mom's dad is, so you might be right.
She's Latina. He's Latino. Now, do you ever just kick it and go to Olive Garden with like a sweatsuit?
Oh man, I don't own a sweatsuit.
I like that. I like that. No, so in your vault at your house, you have, I understand, about 1,000 songs that you've written, and you could write a song every day. It is your life. It's your heart, and your soul is in writing.
Yeah, I'm in recording rehab now. I just do it. I'm writing too much, so I'm taking a break. The industry's going through a lot of changes. I'm gonna just let that.
It has gone through a lot of changes. Do you think the internet? Do you think that's helped music?
It's helped the people who sell the music. You know, for an artist, you know, they don't make the money they used to. And I think we tend not to value things we can get for free.
Right.
If you put anything in the place of music and say you got it for free, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Now, when we were kids, we'd go to record stores and spend hours flipping through. They're like mining.
Absolutely.
You know, and flipping through things and being surprised that you found something that you didn't think was there. And there was a smell of vinyl and a feel of it. Do you miss that? Do you miss the smell of it?
I kept all my records.
You got them?
Yeah, that didn't get stolen from me.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine that you would have a huge collection and prefer to listen to music on vinyl.
Yeah, I grew up listening to that. We take this for granted, but I am here today because of the golden age of the 60s, 70s, and 80s of music. And this is when artists played their own instruments. They wrote their own songs. They had to perform next to people like Ike and Tina Turner, Wilson Pickett, James Brown. I mean, this is, you got to have your act together.
With so many songs, do you ever, I'm sure you don't forget your lyrics.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, do you? Have you said things that you said, wow, where did that come from?
Yeah, it just sounds like new language, so. Hey.
But other people sing your songs and they just kind of sing them out loud and don't, you know.
What have you heard? I don't mind fans singing the songs. My problem is when the industry covers the music. See, covering music means that your version doesn't exist anymore. A lot of times people think I'm doing Sinead O'Connor's song.
Right.
And Shaka Khan's song, when in fact I wrote those songs. And it's okay when my friends ask to do them, but there's this thing called the compulsory license law, which allows artists through the record companies to take your music at will without your permission. And that doesn't exist in any other art form, be it books, movies. You know, there's only one version of Law and Order.
Yes.
There's several versions of Kiss and Purple Rain.
And there should be one version of music.
You would think.
How can that change come about? How does that happen, Prince? How can we make that happen?
Well, with your help and people just talking about it, there have been a few journalists that have taken a stand and spoke on it, but you know, I don't know.
Will you take credit for the text craze and abbreviating words like "I would die for you"? Will you take for you, see you, heart?
Well, there were many people. There were many people playing with words and language for all of history, but there's so much craziness on the internet now. I don't want to take no credit for that.
Well said. Prince will be back to perform another song. Prince, what will you perform?
The Beautiful Ones.
Wow, that was inspiring. It always brings tears and joy.
Yes.
And goosebumps. احساسات حال بسیاری دگرگون شدیم هر دوی من, Liz and I. You had some reactions or?
Well, first of all, I'm going to throw out my sweatsuit, and I'm going to stop cursing. Thank you, Prince. Now you've made me feel guilty. You're watching me. Artichoke from heaven. So depressed. No, you know what? One thing that's so amazing about him, as you can tell, what a philanthropist he is, and how much he cares about people and the earth and the world. And music and music education. And I mean, he is a citizen of the world.
Yeah.
And so his reach, that's why they lit up the Eiffel Tower and the Empire State Building purple, because this man he was a giving human being, and he cared. He cared about Mother Earth. He cared about kids. He cared about, people being who they really are. And that's, there's something to be said for that he got so much. He acquired a lot of wealth. He's a wonderful artist, but to give back, that is really, to me, the true test of what the character of a person is, what kind of citizen they are in the world. And he was a citizen of the world. He cared about the world, and he gave back. And that's,
what I really loved about his thriving and his resiliency and being the artist, being the creative mind, was his passion for spontaneity and synchronicity, and to be one with the team or the band or the world, really. And he really oozed it. He practiced it. He did it. He lived it. در بسیاری از کنسرت‌های پرینس او به صحنه می آمد و با خیلی از اوقات 300-400 به اصطلاح موسیقی مختلف، آهنگ مختلف وارد صحنه میشد. خیلی از اوقات بندش یا کسانی که در به اصطلاح موزیک بندش بودن نمیدونستن که پرینس با چی میخواد شروع بکنه و با چی میخواد تموم بکنه، ولی او همیشه خیلی مغرور بود از اینکه من با بندم، با میوزیشنایی که باشون کار میکنم، دوست دارم انقدر رابطه تنگاتنگ و به اصطلاح مستری و کار به اصطلاح دقیق داشته باشیم که وقتی که اونا منو نگاه میکنن یا من شروع میکنم به خوندن آهنگ یا صحبت میکنم دربارش، اونا میدونن که من چه آهنگی رو قراره الان اجرا بکنم و میزنن این آهنگو. بنابراین کاری که خیلی دوست داشت انجام بده این که لایو پرفورم بکنه و بیاد رو صحنه و بندش اون رو ساپورت بکنن اونجوری که او دوست داره کرییت بکنه و آرتیست باشه، موزیکش رو ارائه بکنه برای شما و برای ما، برای فنش. و I really admired his desire to stay present, to be connected to his audience, and he was very creative about bringing spontaneity, synchronicity, attunement, mindfulness, and consciousness to all his performances.
Absolutely.
Along with his creativity. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think we were talking about how Prince played 30 instruments.
That's
I mean,
impressive.
you don't, and he's self-taught. He learned to play these instruments. He taught himself. I mean, this is
inspiring.
What's amazing about him is that, now when we have an artist come out, we're impressed if they play one instrument. We're impressed.
Yeah.
We don't even think they're not an artist if they don't play an instrument. If you really think about that, what makes an artist is having different sides of yourself and to cater to that artist in you, to learn instruments, learn how to read music, learn how to write music. Now I feel like things are so produced. An artist comes out and they give them a song and they don't have to play and they sit and then they auto-tune their voice. And, there's a lot of that art that gets lost when you are not a person that kind of takes it in. And we were talking about this, but, Prince would go away. He would go away and be very, to himself, private, write songs, and then he comes out to the world and he shares what he has done. Now it's like with social media and everything, people are just everywhere. Oh, here's Britney Spears. She's at the 7-Eleven. Oh, here's this one. The people are just everywhere. And I think sometimes it's nice to kind of, be an artist, kind of retreat, work on your art, and then come out and say, this is what I have to offer the world.
Good point.
Yeah, but he was a citizen of the world, and I know we want to talk about Earth Day.
Yeah.
And Earth Day is, to me, one of the greatest holidays to kind of bring a kid into, because that's one of those things you can say, here's some things you actually can do, and they can kind of grasp, like recycling or, composting, or like these are things that are actually kind of fun for kids to.
And many schools are
in.
now celebrating. I know at our school, kids had to pack their own lunch and recycle, and so the night before, در خانه ما به خاطر مدرسه برای جشن و به اصطلاح روز Earth Day از بچه‌ها خواسته بودن که وقتی که ناهارتون رو میارین مدرسه جوری بیارین که آشغال نداشته باشه، یعنی دستمال یا پلاستیک بگ یا چیزایی که پولوشن اضافه میکنه به اصطلاح ارث و اینا رو جلوشو بگیریم و همشون بسیار بسیار با جدیت بسیار اومده بودن و میگفتن که نه مامی اینو نمیتونی بدی برای اینکه این زمین رو کثیف میکنه و امروز و هر روزه در اصل این باید توجه ما باشه، ولی به خصوص برای ماه اپریل و ارث دی مهمه که بهش توجه بکنیم. کلیپ خیلی جالبی رو داریم در رابطه با ارث دی و به اصطلاح دکلمه خانم جولیا رابرتس بر اساس کانسرویشن و چگونه میتوان با زمین، با ارث رابطه دوستانه تری داشته باشیم. توجه بکنید.
Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years. 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me. Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive. When I falter, you falter. Or worse. But I've been here for eons. I have fed species greater than you, and I have starved species greater than you. My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests, they all can take you or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me. One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not mine. I am nature. I will go on. I am prepared to evolve. Are you?
بسیار زیبا هستش از جنبه زمین و صدای زمین. صدایی شدند خانم جولیا رابرتس برای زمین، کره زمین و به اصطلاح چگونه میتوان بهتر آگاهی بیشتر و کانشسنس بیشتر داشته باشیم درباره اینکه چجوری زمین رو به اصطلاح how are we treating our mother earth.
Right. I mean, it's a powerful thing if you think about it. It's that, I think that there is a common mindset that nature needs us, and that it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. And how we act in certain situations and how well we are stewards of this place that we are temporarily living in really is how we're going to leave it for the next generation to come. And there are babies that aren't even born yet that are going to suffer because of some of the choices that we've made. So you really have to think about when you make even small actions, when you take these small actions, you have to think like, is this really worth it? Is this really worth, am I really being conscious about that, about the earth?
Yeah, what I love about today's kids, the new generation, is as young as 8. پسر 8 ساله من, he's only 8 years old, my son, and he's already asking me, Mom, so tell me about the presidential candidates. Which one is really good to Earth, to our Mother Earth? Who's really going to try to do their best to save the world and our Earth and Mother Earth and climate change and do something about climate change? And so they're already thinking about it, understanding social responsibility, and we owe it to our schools. Honestly, I think it starts from home, and I'm a huge advocate of peace learning and teaching conservation at home and teaching compassion at home. But when you have this tight hand-in-hand relationship at schools, in our environments and communities and businesses, my gosh, it's so refreshing to see how businesses are now stepping up and being socially responsible about it. And now we have social media to thank them for, and raising awareness is just the tip of your fingers, and you just share, who's doing what and which companies or corporations are being good to Mother Earth and which ones are not, and you make conscious decisions, choices.
It keeps people accountable. I mean, no one, I mean, I know people don't really like a watchdog and to be kind of told on, but truly, when you're doing something that is not good for the environment and you're a business, you have a lot of responsibility. Yeah. And you have a certain amount of rules and regulations you have to follow, and if you're not following those and someone catches you, I'm sorry, you have to pay the price for that. But there are, people do now look, and it even seems like people that take jobs, they even look at if the company is a green company, and if the business is green, and what are they doing. It's funny, people are making different choices now. People would even rather buy something from a place that gives a certain amount back to the earth or to another charity. People are becoming much more conscious of how they spend their money, where they should go and eat, or whatever they're doing, errands, like even a dry cleaner, and people are worried about chemicals. I mean, people are definitely cluing in that there's more to being on the earth than just taking and not giving back.
Yep. So if you're watching from Iran or Canada or Italy and Spain, please share the good news, and also raise awareness in your communities that it starts from schools that come together and they are focused on conservation and paying respect and taking the right steps and bringing peace. Really, we're the ones who need Mother Earth and nature. We're the ones, like you say, and Julia Roberts is narrating, this is our shared narrative, folks. We need Earth more than, Earth doesn't need us. No. And so, do your best, but step it up. We got to step it up, and we got to take social responsibility. We got to be accountable. It starts from home, children's education, and early on. It starts early on.
Yes, it does. And I think as moms, we have a responsibility to teach kids. I mean, my gosh, if my kids see somebody litter, they practically make a citizen's arrest. We saw somebody throw something out the window of a car, and I want to say that we were not happy with that person. We gave that person evil eyes. We were looking at them like this. No, but we really, the kids are horrified. When they see someone litter, they're disgusted. They are horrified and upset because they think, we've taught them, is the world your trash can? No, that's not how you act. So even something like that starts with me saying to them that is, we don't believe in that in our family. We don't do that. I
love when my daughter turns off the water faucet as I'm cooking. I'm trying to get water for the pasta, and if I leave it on just 1 second longer,
the environmental police is living in Nelly's house.
And they've got their sticks.
Be careful what you teach them, because it just comes right back on you.
That's right. That's right.
That's so funny. Oh, but you know what we have to talk about? We have to talk about Mother's Day.
I know.
Speaking of poor mothers, we're just trying to do the best we can. But it's almost Mother's Day.
I know, it's almost Mother's Day.
Yes, and I actually, this year, I had an idea. I thought, I have all these great friends, and I feel like Mother's Day, it's not our favorite holiday. I'm going to tell you the truth, because husbands they don't always do a good job at kind of acknowledging this holiday in the way we really want to, and then our kids are kind of want to be with us for Mother's Day, and really, sometimes we just want to be by ourselves. It's terrible. But so I decided this year I would have a Mother's Day tea, and I've invited Nelly, of course, my purple princey friend,
yes, I can't wait
because I really wanted to give these moms a moment by ourselves to celebrate each other as moms, to maybe have a glass of champagne with our tea, and really just take a moment to take a deep breath and say, look how great we're doing, and you know what, let's be together, let's share a laugh, let's share a story, let's connect, because life is very busy, but let's treat ourselves. Let's treat ourselves. And then, on Mother's Day, you can be with the crazy kids and husband. But this day, a couple days before Mother's Day, we're going to have a tea.
I love that.
And you can do a tea in your house, too, by the way. Yeah. You don't need to go. We're going to go to a hotel to do this, and hotels do this. But you can have a tea at your house with your girlfriends while the kids are in school. You can host a tea at your house. Everybody could even bring something. And you could have a little Mother's Day tea. And you can acknowledge your friends. And you can even, we're going to do a little exercise. I don't want to reveal too much to Nelly. She's watching. But we're going to do a little fun fun little exercise too. So I think it's important to acknowledge your girlfriends and yourself for the important role that you play as a mother.
And I love that when you're wearing your warrior mom hat, you really are looking after your tribe and you're looking after your community. You've always been so good about that. Your leadership, how your vision, you're a visionary woman, you know, you really are very gifted in guiding your tribe and inspiring the women that are your friends and connected to you. And, you know, Prince did that.
Yes.
I think you have those same qualities and characteristics, and it's beautiful.
Oh, please, I would like to be anything like Prince. I'd like to play 30 instruments, is the truth, and get on stage. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
no, but he was, oh, thank you. But he was a true, I mean, he will be missed forever.
Yeah.
I mean, forever.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something special for him on Mother's Day, or, you know.
Yes, maybe we'll have a purple flower and we'll
There
wear
you
it in
go.
honor of
There
Prince.
you
That's a
go.
good idea, Nelly. I like this idea. Yes, see, when mothers get together, we have great ideas.
You never know what
Yes,
comes
we do.
out.
We do.
So, happy Mother's Day to all of you viewers of Mom Talk, and dads, and aunties, and uncles, and everyone. روز مادر بر همه شما مبارک و شاد باد. هفته آینده هم در رابطه با روز مادر صحبت می کنیم. اگر گفتنی هایی دارین، قصه های مادریتون رو دوست دارین با ما مطرح بکنین، حتما رو فیسبوک پیجمون روی MomTalk LA و The Warrior Moms بیاین و قصهاتون رو شیر بکنین با ما. We'd love to hear from you. We want to hear your motherhood challenges. This is about celebrating motherhood, celebrating highs and lows, the gift of failure, and those wonderful moments, the teachable moments, right, that we're all learning. I'm going to share some stories with you on my social media, so get ready. Liz, I joined you, and I hope you join me in bringing our shared narratives as moms to you so that we can connect and we can learn from each other and we can inspire one another. And all of you have always been inspiring to me. I have to say, I know some of you and I don't know some of you, but the fact that we're connected, that we meet every week via Mom Talk or the Warrior Moms is a gift, and I'm grateful.
Me too. And you know what? That connection is invaluable, as you know, and we are here for you, and you can contact us, and we want you to feel like, you know, if there's something you want us to even discuss or talk about, we're happy to talk about it.
And how can they reach you, Liz?
They can reach me at on the Facebook page. You can do the Warrior Moms. You can message us there, or you can go to thewarriormoms.co and you can email us from there. But we would love to hear from you, and we would love for you to sign up as a Warrior Mom so you can get our updates and maybe come to an event.
Awesome. And you know what I love about social media and Facebook? Now you can do video posts. So you can, if you're really into sending us or posting a video of yourself, asking a question, or sharing one of your motherhood experiences, videotun رو درست کنین روی MomTalk LA و یا The Warrior Moms. Post your videos. We'd love to hear from you. We wish you a happy Mother's Day, happy Earth Day, and Prince, we're gonna miss you. God bless you all.